We are unfortunately going to see more of the thunderstorms during the overnight period, already getting some thunderstorm activity moving and thankfully all well below severe limits. So maybe at times a little gusty wind here, some lightning. And also thankfully though, as we've been watching the trend of these storms, they have been weakening a little stronger as it moves through Baton Rouge, but as it moves toward Amite right now, probably going to stay for the most part north of Hammond. These storms are weakening. Hopefully that's a trend that continues through the night, but we can't guarantee it. Would have been a fairly healthy thunderstorm moving toward Morgan City right now, also weakening, and more storms will continue kind of along this same trajectory through the late night hours. Exactly how long that continues out to our west before it starts moving toward the east, still kind of an unknown. This is all associated with an upper disturbance, and we'll be kind of watching downstream for additional thunderstorm development through the night. So our computer model's not doing a perfect job, but I don't want you to pay too much attention to the exact placement, but kind of the nature of how these lines start setting up. This may be the issue we deal with overnight and early tomorrow morning with a training effect where we get these solid lines of storms. Those lines may be able to produce 2 to 4 inches of rainfall, even sometimes greater if the thunderstorms just keep moving over the same areas. That would lead to the flooding, and it may not be a widespread issue. It may be more isolated in those locations. Now, the line of storms are not going to just remain stationary all night. There will be a little bit of an eastward motion to it. It just is a question of how fast that eastward motion is. Could see our rain coverage increase a bit as we get just after the daylight hours, and then quickly wrapping up. Rest of the day Saturday looking to be very nice. Here's another computer model. Again, they're not doing a great job of initializing well. In other words, it doesn't know where the storms actually are right now, so doesn't know where the storms are now. How are we going to figure out where they are going to be later? But again, we are at least seeing kind of a similarity with maybe some lines of storms and well as the coverage increasing through the later part of the night. Now we will likely see, this was a highlighted area here, for a possibility of a severe thunderstorm watch that will be issued. There's an 80% chance of a watch, and as we've been mentioning over the last couple of days, the flood watch, flash flood watch, remains in effect until noon tomorrow. At the moment, we've actually had kind of a haze all day. That's actually because of that southwesterly flow. It's bringing in smoke from wildfires over in Mexico and other parts of Central America. All of that air is moving our way. Dew point still 79 degrees and very light winds. What winds are appearing on our map here. Here's the upper disturbance, and we find ourselves on the eastern side of it. That's where you get all of the instability, and this will be a pattern which keeps all of that instability moving our way. Now, kind of looking in the near term, once these storms that are just off of the southwestern coast of Louisiana may get a little bit of a lull here. There really isn't anything, at least at the moment, to further developing. We'll see if that continues. However, with this little upper low nearby, that's the trigger that keeps those storms going, and we'll continue to see them going through the night and early tomorrow morning. But if we can get some breaks here, then hopefully the flooding won't be as much of an issue. Just another model view showing those storms rolling in during the evening and night, and then becoming a little bit more numerous during the early morning hours tomorrow. So hopefully we will get some breaks here shortly, and then expecting more rainfall to get our day started on Saturday. By Sunday, though, we have more sunshine as high temperature, actually after noon Saturday and into Sunday, we'll have more sunshine and high temperatures into the upper 80s. By next week, an upper ridge will be building in, allowing temperatures into the 90s, but with the high humidity, it'll feel like the triple digits.
That rain